It was my first night alone in our new home in Texas, but I tried to keep calm. This was just another part of my life as a housewife. Rick, my husband, had gone out for his security shift, leaving me in a house that didn't feel like it was mine yet. I thought movies might help me relax. I always did that when Rick wasn't around, hoping the sound of laughter or action would drown out the stillness. But that night, the stillness felt alive. I tried to convince myself it was nerves. Moving to a new place always carries a certain weight. New walls, new sounds, new shadows. It's normal to feel unsettled. At least that's what I kept telling myself. Then I heard it. A pounding. It was coming from the storage room. Slow, steady, almost like someone or something was knocking from inside. My chest tightened. My rational brain screamed, it's just the pipes, just the wind, just the house settling. But my body didn't believe it. My hands trembled as I grabbed a flashlight, telling myself I wasn't afraid. The hallway leading to the storage room seemed darker than the rest of the house. The air grew colder as I approached. By the time I turned the handle, my breath was visible in the beam of my flashlight. The light flickered as I stepped inside. Then silence. For a moment, I almost laughed at myself. But then I heard it again. A faint shuffle, coming from under the table in the corner. I crouched down, my flashlight beam trembling, and saw it. A small wooden box. Beside it lay a pen and a little book. Its cover read in faded letters, Truth or Dare. My stomach sank. The pages smelled of rust. Or maybe blood. On the very first page, in jagged red ink, were the words, "Do you want to know the truth about this house?" My hand moved on its own. I underlined yes. The moment I did, the lights flickered again. The page turned as if blown by an invisible breeze, revealing a new message. A key fell onto my lap. The book read, "Open the box and claim your prize. Dare." My heart hammered. I should have closed the book, left the room, called Rick. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. Against all reason, I unlocked the box. Inside was a doll, a Labubu doll. Its fur was patchy, its face twisted into a permanent grin, its eyes wide and glassy. As I lifted it, its eyelids fluttered. They blinked. I froze. "No," I whispered to myself. "It's just a toy. Just nerves. Just nothing." But the weight in my chest told me otherwise. I carried it into the living room and placed it beside the TV, forcing myself to act casual. Then I pressed play on my movie. 10 minutes later, I got up for water. When I returned, the doll was no longer by the TV. It was on the dining table. I laughed nervously, shaking my head. "I must have put it there," I whispered, though I knew I hadn't. That night, I went to bed uneasy. Morning came with Rick's return. He kissed my forehead, but my face fell when I saw the doll sitting right beside our bed. I stammered through the story, but Rick just chuckled. "You were tired. Probably sleep paralysis." Don't worry, I wanted to believe him. I really did. That day, we busied ourselves with unpacking, painting, fixing little things in the house. Rick's presence steadied me. For a while, it felt normal. But night came again. We left the doll in the living room and went to bed. Around midnight, whispers drifted from downstairs. Whispers that grew into screams. Rick and I shot up, our body cold. We opened our door, and there it was. The doll stood at our bedroom door, some staring. The lights flickered once, twice, and it was gone. We rushed to the living room. On the table sat the doll again. Beside it, a note. "Take me back to my box." Panic surged through us. We ran to the storage room for the box, but it was gone. Rick grabbed the doll and stormed outside. He doused it in lighter fluid, struck a match, and set it ablaze. We watched it curl and blacken, its grin cracking as flames devoured it. When nothing but ashes remained, we exhaled in relief. It was over, or so we thought. 5 minutes later, back in our bedroom, the lights flickered again. The doll lay on our bed, unburned, whole, watching us. The air filled with laughter, colder, sharper, angrier. A whisper hissed through the darkness, "Bring my box now." We grabbed what we could and fled that house. We never went back. No one ever has. But leaving didn't end it. At motels, the doll appeared. In dreams, it whispered. Photos of it filled my phone, pictures I never took. Mirrors showed shadows that weren't ours. And every night, the whisper returned. "Bring back my box." It wasn't tied to the house. It was tied to me. That's when I realized we couldn't kill it. We couldn't run from it. The doll was the game. And the game never ends. Now, even as I speak, I feel its presence, its eyes on me, its laughter in the corners of the room. I don't know where the box is. I don't know if it ever really existed, but the doll won't stop until I bring it back. If you ever find a wooden box with a book titled Truth or Dare inside, don't touch it. Don't read it. Don't play. Because once you do, the doll will come for you too. And you'll never escape the whisper that haunts my every waking moment. Bring back my box.
Thank you for joining us for today's spine-chilling episode. We hope you enjoyed these haunting tales and found them as captivating as we did. If you liked what you saw, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more eerie stories. Stay tuned for our next adventure.